We're literally one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA right now. I don't think that's who we are.
LeBron James is 40 years old and playing in his 23rd season. For the first time ever, it truly feels like the game is starting to leave him behind.
No, I don't know. Did I slip any tonight? I didn't notice it. I seen a couple guys kind of, but I don't know. No answer for it. For sure.
For 2 decades, everything in the NBA focused on him. Every headline, every big moment, every rivalry. But now the spotlight is changing. The Lakers have added new major players. Luka Dončić is scoring unbelievable numbers every night, and Austin Reaves is quietly turning himself into a real star. Meanwhile, LeBron is slowly moving from being the main star, the alpha, to becoming the reliable veteran. The guy everyone still respects, but who no longer controls the entire show. This video dives into that change, what is different in his game, how the Lakers play when he is on the court versus when he is not, and what that says about this time in his career. We are watching the slow ending of an era, and maybe the early signs of the final chapters of one of the greatest stories in basketball. The numbers clearly tell the story. This season, LeBron is averaging 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 8.3 assists in 32.5 minutes per game. He is shooting 49.1% from the field, 33.3% from 3, and only 50% from the free throw line. On paper, those are solid numbers. If any other forward in the league was scoring those numbers, people would call him an all-star level player. But because it is LeBron, the standard is much higher. Last season, he averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists in 34.9 minutes, shooting 51.3% from the field, 37.6% from 3, and 78.2% from the line. Across his career, he has usually scored around 27 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists on 50.6% shooting. Compared to that, 16.5 points and 5 rebounds look like a real drop. You can see the change in how he plays. He is taking fewer shots, 18.1 attempts last year compared to just 13.3 now. He does not attack the basket as often, and he chooses his moments carefully. He has become more of a playmaker, a creator who lets others shine. His scoring has dropped from superstar level to what you would expect from a good starter. The drop in rebounding shows that physically, he is not as explosive or dominant around the basket as he once was. It is not a fall from greatness, it's a transformation.
Togetherness is important. Playing for each other. The bench spirit tonight was great. I do think there's something with this group where we just, whatever the game requires that night, that's what we're going to do to try to put us in a position to win.
But for the first time, it really feels like the league is moving forward without him at the center. The free throws say a lot about where LeBron is right now. Last season, he was consistently making 78.2% from the line. That is solid and reliable for a player of his standing. This season, however, he has dropped all the way down to 50%, making just 2 out of every 4 attempts. For a player who has always valued rhythm and accuracy, that is a major slide. It suggests something deeper than just technique. It means he is not attacking the line with the same force or confidence. And when he does, the rhythm, timing, comfort, and even the confidence in his drive, all of it feels different. It is not just that his body has aged, his whole approach to attacking the basket is changing in real time. There is one category, though, where the numbers look better: turnovers. Last season, he averaged 3.7 per game, but this year that is down to just 2.0. On paper, it looks like LeBron suddenly became more careful with the ball, perhaps even smarter with his possessions. But look closer, and the story changes. It likely means he is not taking the same kinds of risks, not attempting impossible passes through small gaps or aggressively driving into defenders to create something from nothing. When you handle the ball a bit less and play a little safer, the mistakes naturally decrease. He is still running the offense. 8.3 assists per game proves that, but the constant chaos and pressure he once forced on defenses are not there in the same way anymore. Young LeBron used to attack teams non-stop, wave after wave. This version controls the tempo, sets the rhythm, and lets others do the heavy lifting when needed. But the real story of his season so far is not just about numbers, it's about availability. He's only played 4 games. The year started with a diagnosis of sciatica, a nerve problem affecting his lower back and leg. Because of it, he missed the opening stretch and did not return until mid-November. Then, just when he started to find a groove, he sat again with right foot soreness, especially during back-to-back sets. The team calls it precautionary, part of a careful management plan, but it's clear what's happening. At 40, the body just doesn't recover the same way. Long flights, heavy minutes, and back-to-back games are harder now than they were even a few years ago. The The NBA's new 65-game rule only makes things clearer. To qualify for awards like MVP or All-NBA, players need to appear in at least 65 games. With all the time LeBron has already missed, those conversations are over before they even start. For nearly 2 decades, the question was always which All-NBA team he would make. This season, for the first time, the honest answer might be none. Not because he's lost his talent, but simply because his body won't let him be there enough to qualify. While all this change is unfolding for LeBron, the Lakers themselves are thriving. They're sitting at 15-4 near the top of the Western Conference, and the surprising part is how well they have played both with and without him. They've won every game he has played, and 4 straight overall, but they've also gone 11-4 when he has not played, often scoring more than 115 points a night. The biggest takeaway is simple. This team doesn't just survive without LeBron, they actually look strong and confident on their own. That is something we haven't been able to say about any LeBron team in a long time. And a huge reason for that is Luka Dončić. This season, he's on another level, averaging 35.1 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 9.2 assists while shooting 47.1% from the field. He's clearly the number 1 option, the engine of everything the Lakers do. When LeBron is on the court, the offense slows down a bit. The game becomes more planned, with both stars taking turns creating. One possession belongs to Luka, the next to LeBron. It's smart, organized basketball. But at times, you can sense the offense trying too hard to keep both involved instead of just letting one take over. When LeBron sits, Luka completely changes his style. The pace jumps up. He runs pick and roll after pick and roll with Deandre Ayton, hunting for mismatches and pushing the tempo when transitioning. Every possession flows through him. Without another older superstar needing touches, Luka's freedom increases greatly. By the time the third quarter hits, he's usually close to a 30-point line while still getting rebounds and assists. The game often feels finished before the fourth quarter even starts. Then there's Austin Reaves, the breakout star that has surprised the entire league. He's averaging 28.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists on efficient shooting splits, 52% from the field, 36.1 from 3, and 88.2 from the line. Those are not role player numbers, that is real star-level production. When LeBron plays, Reaves steps into a connector role, switching between being a secondary ball handler, a smart cutter, and a reliable shooter when Luka or LeBron draw defensive help. The balance between them looks clean and natural, like he has found the perfect rhythm within the team's structure. The Lakers no longer rely on LeBron to carry every possession, and that shift might be the clearest sign yet that his era as the sole centerpiece is finally fading. When LeBron sits, Austin Reaves completely changes. He becomes much more aggressive, taking control of the offense and running things like a true floor general. Suddenly, there are many more possessions where he is the primary ball handler, running pick and rolls with Ayton or attacking defenders one-on-one without hesitation. His shot attempts go up, his drives to the basket increase, and he plays with a calm confidence that screams star potential. Those 30-point nights he's scoring no longer feel like surprises. They look like the natural result of a player getting the ball in his hands more and knowing exactly what to do with it. In the paint, Deandre Ayton is quietly having the kind of season people thought he was capable of years ago. He's putting up 16.0 points and 8.6 rebounds a night, shooting an insane 71% from the field. His job is simple, but essential. Set hard screens, roll to the rim, finish strong, and get rebounds. And with Luka and Reaves drawing attention on the perimeter, Ayton is getting easy shots all game. When LeBron plays, Ayton still benefits from his vision. Those quick passes on cuts and high-low plays still create great chances. But when LeBron is out, Ayton becomes a key part of Luka's two-man game, especially in the pick and roll. Luka passes to him perfectly, and Ayton finishes almost everything he gets near the rim. Put all that together and it's clear where LeBron stands in this new version of the Lakers. When he's on the floor, he absolutely makes them better. The offense runs smoother, the ball moves with purpose, and careless mistakes decrease. His leadership and basketball intelligence still show every night. But the truth is, the team doesn't depend on him anymore. They can win without him. And not just barely survive, they can dominate. Luka is the clear franchise cornerstone now. Reaves is rising fast, and Ayton fits seamlessly as the third piece that connects everything. For any other 40-year-old in the league, this kind of role would be a dream. Starting for a contender, scoring 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 8.3 assists on solid efficiency, and still contributing meaningfully. But for LeBron, it feels different because the comparison is not with anyone else, it's with his own greatness. Fans remember the LeBron who carried entire teams on his back, who decided games by himself. Now they're watching a version of him that is more supportive, guiding, and empowering the next generation of stars rather than being the sole force driving everything. That doesn't mean he's anywhere near done. You can see he still loves the game, the way he lights up on the bench, how he supports his teammates, how he dives into teaching moments with the younger players. And on nights when his shot is falling, there are flashes where he suddenly looks 10 years younger, running the floor and dominating for a period like the old days. But the story has shifted. This season is not about whether LeBron is still the best in the league. It's about how a living legend adjusts to a new reality, one where the team can thrive without him at the center and where he is learning to play a different kind of greatness alongside the next wave of stars. The name on the jersey still carries massive weight. It's LeBron James. That alone means something in every arena he walks into. But when you look closer, the numbers, the role, and the presence on the court just aren't what they used to be. For the first time in 2 decades, the Lakers don't completely revolve around him. They look balanced, confident, and capable of handling business whether he's running the floor or watching from the sideline. That's a big shift, and maybe the clearest sign that a new chapter has truly started in LA. So here's the real question. How do you see this version of LeBron? Is he a brilliant veteran who is learning to adapt his game to time and age, or a legend struggling to let go of the spotlight? And what about the Lakers? Are they finally built to succeed beyond the LeBron era? Or will they realize later on that something is missing without him as their heartbeat? I want to know how it looks from your side. Drop your thoughts in the comments. It's always interesting seeing different opinions on how greatness changes. Appreciate you for checking out this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, share it with someone who still argues about who the GOAT is, and subscribe to Ball Stories so you don't miss what's next. And if you have time to keep watching, there are plenty of other stories on the channel, wild careers, dramatic turns, and moments that change the game. See you in the next one. Peace.